Joining us. So we watched the match yesterday, and it was Mickelson and Peyton Manning, Tiger Woods, and Tom Brady. And, you know, Brady and Tiger are much more stoic. Mickelson and Manning are much funnier guys. But I thought it was really fascinating TV. Gottlieb was texting me. He goes, "You didn't sit there and watch that thing for 4.5 hours." And I actually did. I watched the very last hole. Then I watched the Barkley, see if Barkley could get a bogey and raise money. I watched the whole thing. I thought it was fascinating. But it made me think, there are some really interesting matchups in sports. If you kept Tiger and Phil, what other matchups would I want to see? Because I'm watching this and I'm thinking, this is going to become a thing now. This is going to become a thing because Tiger and Phil, it's great for their brand. They can make a lot of money on this. You could make money for charity. So here are the matchups I'd want to see. Let's start with this one. I don't know if we have, we have some golf music. How about Steph Curry against Michael Jordan? Both hugely passionate golf fans, both from North Carolina. The best basketball player, the best shooter. Actually, Steph has played in some PGA Tour events. Michael has always let it be known that he's pretty good at golf. Steph is easily the best current NBA golfer. That I would pay to see. That would be good.
Would Steph talk trash to Michael?
I think on the golf course he would.
That would be amazing.
How about Brett Favre against Aaron Rodgers? They have played in celebrity pro-ams. They appear to be tighter now. But let's be honest about it. Two Packer legends. You know Favre would be long off the tee. He's country strong. And you know Aaron's actually supposed to be a really good player.
And they're both very sarcastic.
It would be funny. You get the country sense of humor from Favre, and then you get Aaron's kind of snarky California cool stuff. Rodgers is... I've never seen Brett play, but they're supposed to be both really good. Both have won Super Bowl. This decides it. How about Brady and Jimmy Garoppolo, two Northern California guys now? Now, I'm sure they'd get along for the camera, but, you know, Garoppolo's first full year as a starter, he made the Super Bowl.
Might be some nice tension there.
Brady was very vulnerable yesterday. So you know Brady would be like, okay, last time I was on television, I was not great. So Brady would be hyper-competitive. These are matchups we'd like to see with Tiger and Phil. I think, how about Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez? Alex is the highest paid baseball player ever. Jeter's 4. You know, A-Rod moved to third base because Jeter... There was always a sense that Alex was the better athlete, Jeter the better team guy. Again, I think they'd play really nice on television, but as two of the best shortstop talents of all time, former Yankees, I think Jeter would be so competitive in this matchup. Both now guys, Florida, they're getting plenty of golf time right now, plenty of links time.
That's true.
How about Jim Harbaugh against John Harbaugh?
Yes.
John Harbaugh is competitive. Jim Harbaugh is a word for several stages above competitive. Now, they faced each other in Super Bowl 47. John won. Look at, even in that picture, even when you see them together, you can just tell Jim just wants to beat John so badly.
Well, plus brother trash talk is just...
next level.
It's so fluid, too. You've had decades to practice.
You know they've played golf together, too.
This will be great to watch.
Okay, here now I'm getting to my favorites. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. Now, by the way, Darnold was a high school linebacker, basketball baller. Baker's more the walk-on, but you'd get Baker give you all-world trash talk. Darnold would be he'd be a little Brady, he'd be a little corporate, but a few zingers if you got you got into him a little bit. I would pay to watch those guys play golf. How about Russell Wilson and Richard Sherman? All-time most vocal athlete, least vocal. There were rumors that Richard Sherman didn't always think Russell kept it real. There are a lot of people out there that think Russell's very corporate. He's very good front-facing. He's doing a lot of nice stuff. I don't know if Richard Sherman's a great golfer. He's a great athlete. but we did find some pictures of him golfing. So I would guess Richard Sherman now has got some time to golf. California guy. And finally, this may seem strange. Zion Williamson against Shaq. I've never seen a 7'2", 330-pound golfer, ever. I want to see it. We found some Zion Williamson footage where he swung and broke the club. Here it is. Watch. And the club head went further. Okay.
That's amazing.
But I said, I would just like to see, they're two of the strongest NBA bodies I've ever seen. Oh, there's Shaq golfing. Look at how. Look
and
at
we know that.
I have my friend Perry Rodgers represents Shaq. He has to talk to him 3 to 4 times a day. He said he's the nicest guy. He said you cannot believe what a good guy is.
Yeah.
That's why I like Shaq and Zion.
You know what's funny about this whole hypothetical scenario? That we built this off of who would be the best trash talkers, and we're talking about golf.
But that's part of it, right?
But that sprung from it yesterday. It was like that was so fun to watch.
Well, like when you go golf, that's kind of, you get a cigar. I mean, I'm not a cigar smoker generally, but golf is, you
bet on the holes.
You bet on the holes. You get a cigar. You play. That's the fun of it. You kind of elevate it up. You've got so many opportunities in golf because so many times you're static. You're just sitting there waiting for your guy to hit. You're talking to him before he hits.
Right, but when I think of scenarios where you're going to get the best, highest level trash talk, I'm thinking about like NBA finals or, a summer pickup game, or you're lining up from someone on the football field. Like golf is not golf publicly for the public to see what you're saying is not what pops into my mind. But that's what happened yesterday.
And then Brady said, well, I don't know how you'll play today. You're a dome quarterback. This weather's not Peyton. This weather's not great. No, I thought it was, it's funny. Like I don't think I'm a sports traditionalist. I think like if you were raised in a traditional family and big family and your tradition and you go to the same house every summer with your family and you vacation. I didn't grow up like that much, so I'm not a sports traditionalist, so I'm for new stuff. I told you when I moved to Vegas, I became a huge fan of like Daredevils, Evel Knievel stuff. I love those I love events. So I like sports events.
Right.
I told you about the flag football game I saw a few years ago. The flag football guys play the retired NFL guys, pros and Joes kind of stuff. I thought this was great. And I got to be honest. I thought the production values of it, think about this. You had guys in carts. You had horrible weather. They're on this. This is not like a stadium where you've got everybody wired up. You had people moving around.
No, I think the production was great.
I thought, considering the elements, it was unbelievable. This is not like a stadium, and you know where everybody's going to be, and your cameras are positioned at the 50.
And they were all good sports about being mic'd up, and even on Brady's shot, his mic pack fell off, and yeah, it was great. I would say I'm a traditionalist when it comes to sports. I like the tradition of things, but you have to be flexible and able to evolve. Like keep the core of whatever the competition is, like what makes us love the sport. But you've got to evolve. Things and change. Society changes. Environment changes.
I used to be 40 years ago. I was a baseball fan. When I was in my teens, I was a baseball fan, and I think one of the things that has turned me toward football, I know it's one of the things, is their ability to change.
Yeah.
Like they're always just like, what's a better way to make this a better television product? And I think that's some of the reason that baseball wears me out at times. It's like
you can't be rigid.
I'm not. So I can't deal with people or businesses that are like adapt. Let's go. Let's move. Let's change. Let's get better. The NFL is voting this week on changing the onside kick opportunities. Like that's classic NFL. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.